Can I step out and go, oh, Mr. What's his name, Volley?
Volley.
Mr. Dertrana! Mr. Dertrana!
What?
Oh, thank goodness!
No,
And I'm gonna start running towards him.
No, stay back!
I'm so glad you're here. You know, I've been searching everywhere for you.
Are you doing anything?
Well, I used my turn. That was my...
Right, we're coming back to, like with all this happening, and they're slowly approaching,
As I'm
you're
approaching,
yelling.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on him.
Come on.
Okay.
So I can make the target indifferent about creatures of my choice that it is hostile towards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna try to calm him down and make him feel like he doesn't need to go after anyone right now.
Okay. Miss, I'm dealing with a burglar of some kind.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm very confused. I'm missing things from my... Who was in there? Who are you? Step out.
Who are you talking? Sir, I don't mean to. I don't see anyone.
Make a deception check.
I just lay prone on the ground. Very close to the ground. Invisible.
What was that? That was terrible. 8.
Right. And looks past you at the...
I'm walking over.
The rather intense-looking individuals that are now kind of rolling up behind.
You all right, weird guy? What was that about?
I'm fine.
All right. Walking away now.
I look and try to make eye contact with Orym.
You see, like there's gears turning in the head. You've definitely halted the assault and calmed him to a point of conversation, but there's still a look of intense mistrust and putting the pieces together in his head as he's kind of looking about.
In my head, I'm just gonna tell Laudna, stay back, make sure nobody comes up. He's aggravated.
You hear a small whisper from the ground go, I died in that room. Let me be free. And I'll start running towards the rest of them.
Oh my god!
Like you're a spirit?
Okay. Okay. Make a... As you dart by, pulls the blade back and goes...
Did you hear that?
Fucking Chetney!
What is going on?
Is this place haunted?
Is it? I don't think so. Who are you? What are you doing out here?
Oh, me? What?
All of you!
Fearne just has her mouth open, drinking the water.
And at this point looks past and sees the dark, veiled creature stepping through the shadows and goes, ah! What? This place is haunted! And he just starts backing away, blade in front, like, go. You need to go now.
I guess we'll meet later.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, yeah, that works. That's cooler.
You just keep walking forward as he does this?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I'm not working at him. I'm like, I'm behind the bushes where he is, so he is also just seeing me through bushes.
Eyes are just locked on Laudna, like...
What do you see?
The rain is making my veil wet, so it's like sticking to my skeletal face in a very unnatural way, adding to the ghost-like presence.
I'm gonna cast levitate on Laudna as well.
23. I rolled an 18. I full, haunted house Marisha, just kind of roll my head a little and
throws the saber and just goes running off towards the front of the courtyard.
Oh shit.
Amazing.
We should get out of here.
Let's go.
We dropped this, but
No, we should save that for later. We'll bring it back.
Chetney, if you're out there, we're gonna leave.
Well, we've lost Chetney.
All the stuff that I
Go ahead and roll a
heard.
history check for that.
Oh, because you remember it's a nightmare king.
Yeah, no,
that was so gross. That dice.
Great. Wait a minute.
Fuck you, dice.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, 19 and then plus 1.
Angry spiced out.
That's a pretty decent roll.
Fucking good roll. Fucking good roll.
Your caretaker had mentioned through the various stories that she told you over the years of certain myths and tales of intrigue and shadow and mischief throughout the Feywild, and One of these tales centered around an entity that, if you recall correctly, had something to do with the Nightmare King, almost.
You know something? I have heard that name before. The Nightmare King. Mm-hmm. My grandmother told me many stories about the Nightmare King, and...
Is he as bad as he sounds?
Oh, terrible. Just terrifying. Just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
But
The best you can recall, because you did roll a 20, which is decent, is just tales of a figure that bent and twisted nature for fun. And beings that existed within nature just didn't care for him.
It was very scary. I also heard that, at least what my grandmother told me, that when you were asleep and laying on your pillow, he would give you a wet willy in your ear and crawl through and give you nightmares. And just stand there above your bed, over you, just giving you absolute terrifying dreams. And sometimes you might not wake up.
Your grandma told you these stories as a child?
Well, this is the story, you know, that I've heard over time.
Wet willies on their own are really bad. Yeah?
I don't know about the wet willy part. I was just trying to make it not as scary. But I do know he gets into your, you know.
as much as I'd like to witness this act of romance, I don't feel right leaving Chetney behind either. And yeah, if you're all right, Orym, I'd like to stay with you both.
Well, you got some trauma with leaving somebody behind? What's the deal here?
No, you. I feel like you're one of us now, and when you're one of us, we take care of each other.
Excellent. I appreciate that.
What's that sound in your voice? What's it's?
His lip is quivering.
Gotta get this stuff out of the rain.
Are you crying invisibly?
It's raining fucking cats and balls.
Cats and balls.
Yeah, what's the expression in where you're from?
Yeah, it's cats and balls.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Normally, though, do you gussy up or anything?
I imagine so, yeah.
Sometimes.
I imagine so, because you haven't been on a date before.
No, I mean, there was a boy
Oh,
in,
in
but-
what?
he was also, he worked in the stables.
Was there a romantic interest between?
Well, you know, we flirted, it was young, it was sweet. We didn't go on any dates, per se, but
But you made eyes at each other.
made eyes.
You would have romantic stable trysts.
Nothing quite so.
Did you ever like reach out to the rein of a horse and then he was also reaching out for the same rein and you just lightly touched each other's hands?
And he's like, I wrote you letters.
No, none of that, but man, I wish it would have happened.
Sounds so romantic.
It really does.
Yes.
What was his name?
Samuel.
A stupid name.
Sam.
I'm just kidding. No, that sounds great. What happened to Samuel? I hope he had a wonderful end.
Wonderful end.
I mean,
Did he die?
No. I mean, what happened to him?
He's quite happy. He's fine.
Did he marry someone else? Should we kill her?
I don't think he's. No, he wasn't married. At least not when we left.
Okay.
Well, he better not be.
I didn't talk to him for a long time. He was fine. He seemed happy.
Sam, the only man you've ever loved. Got it.
Just like Andy.
Just like Andy.
Sam and Andy.
There you see At one of the tables, right in the center of the room, sitting down, is Pretty. No one sitting at the table around. He has the tiniest of bow ties. That is like tied around his wide ogre neck. It looks to be extended with multiple ribbons to make it all the way around that don't match the coloration of kind of the pale blue. And on the table, you see 3 small boxes. And as you enter, he looks up.
Hi.
Hello, Pretty.
Told you!
And you see around the room about 7 or 8 other figures go. And they pull out coin, set it on the table. And he's like,
Hi.
Hello, Pretty.
You actually came.
Of course.
Yeah.
smiles with this big toothy grin. He pushes the boxes forward. They kind of skim, one of them kind of topples forward a little bit. They're a little, damp.
It's hard to buy presents when I don't know much about you, but, here.
Thank you, Pretty.
You did not have to do that.
I know.
Shall we open them now?
Okay.
You open yours. And the first thing you see is what looks to be like an incredible, almost like fractal spiral of tiny little points that spiral within themselves. And you're like, this is an incredible craft of whatever it is. And you reach down and touch it, and it's a little give to it. And you pull it out and realize, oh, it's a cauliflower. It's a very beautiful spiral cauliflower.
This is so wonderful. Pretty?
Well, it wasn't a lot of notice, so I just looked what I could find.
Oh, I love it.
You open yours, and you find probably the most perfect artichoke you've ever seen. Well kept, well washed, still a little damp in some places, probably wasn't dried properly, but it looks pretty solid.
Pretty. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I take it and I
know, I'm trying to figure out, do we put it in our, jacket, or do I put it in, maybe our hair? Will you put mine in my,
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I kind of just pin it.
Thank you.
And I take mine and I wrap it around my wrist like a corsage.
I'll tie it.
Thank you so much.
That's lovely.
What did you get?
You open yours, and you pull out what looks like 2 pumpkins stacked on each other, like small, tiny pumpkins. But you realize that they're actually 2 pumpkins merged. One grew out of the other, and it has this kind of like double pumpkin appearance to it, an oddity in nature.
Oh, this is remarkable. Where did you find this?
My kitchen.
We got you something as well. And I pull out the tankard filled with trash.
It's real rough, guys. I'm gonna be honest. As you set it down, like there's a moment where even just holding together, you're like, oh, honey, and then it falls apart. The tankard, while you did mend it, it looks like the the chicken bones have somehow. You rolled a 1. I don't know how this works, but
How do the chicken bones get worse?
you watch as a series of previously unseen.
I heard it in your head.
Tiny maggots, kind of like out of the bones onto the table. They're kind of moving under the linen, and he's like.
Okay, thank you.
It was dark outside.
Yeah, we didn't realize. In the dark, it was a lot better.
It's the thought that counts.
I grab one of the maggots.
Protein. I'm gonna put this on display.
And he takes the several pieces that have fallen apart and gathers them and stands up, and people move out of the way as he goes over and sets it up on the mantle where the rest of the alcohol bottles are. You see, Hero's like, Pretty, we're not gonna.
It looks so beautiful. Perfect location.
It's your big night, buddy. We're gonna support you, but that's not gonna stay long. We'll find another place.
And I must say, this has been an unexpected pleasure. And I enjoy your company and friendship deeply. But I just think we're different kinds of people. Please, do not misunderstand. I just... I just think you three have a lot of the world before you to see. And, I don't know.
Oh, we can still be friends.
Of course, please come visit.
Any advice that you would have for me? Maybe that something was off, that, for the next time around I could...
He kneels down, his knee kind of splashing into a puddle that kind of scuts off the side, puts his hand on the right, or his right hand onto your left shoulder and gets down to eye level and looks at you with a big grin and goes,
"You're wonderful, just how you are. Just not meant to be."
It's okay. It's just hard when you feel something and the other person doesn't. It just happens every time.
It's all right.
Always the bridesmaid. That's okay. That's okay.
I am compelled by each of your adventurous spirits. But, my search continues.
This music. You'll find them. You'll find them, Pretty.
You're so good. You're such a good-hearted ogre. Don't settle, all right?
Yeah.
I won't. You'll find your special someone one day. And when you do, bring them by, and I'll make you all a meal.
Well, we have to have your approval, right?
Of course. I'm invested in your happiness now.
As we are with you.
Go, Pretty, into the rain.
he turns as it spatters onto his shoulders. He throws his scarf with a wet, it scatters all across your faces with the whip, and continues lumbering onward to the cable to return him to his homestead in the Smolder Spire.
I just kind of link arms with my fellow witches.
You know what? You three were the best part of the night, in my opinion.
I agree.
Me too. Or three.
Yes.
And four.
Who needs an ogre to make you feel good, right?
These witches be bitches.
Witches be bitches.
Is that this thing?
Yes, it is.
Oh, no.
How did... Who? What?
Well, oh boy. More drink.
Aren't we on the street? No, we're in the...
No, we're in the back. It's very comfortable.
We ordered another round.
All right. It's easy
See
enough.
the rain outside the window, though.
So cozy.
Oh boy. Back in Bassaris, I had a bunch of people I came up with in a state home called the Greymore State Home. Bunch of kids we took off when we were younger, said fuck off to that place, formed a gang, made a little money doing this and that, a lot of it from Milo, who you met. This job just like most of them until it wasn't. She has a very, very big house, and we were high up on practically the top floor, and she walked in on us trashing her office. And I don't know what happened after that, because I got hit with some sort of magic force bolt right in the back, went through the window, and dropped. I don't know, I would assume, because the next thing I know, they have dragged my pretty much fucked body back to my house, and Milo had done their best, putting me back together without knowing any healing spells or fuck all. Basically with some sort of weird chaos fairy magic bullshit. Who knows? Whatever it did, it worked. It was whatever they had around. And I'm basically fine.
Is that what this gold is?
Yeah, that was actually very specifically. This is what I was supposed to get paid with for that gig. It got melted down. And this is just glass. So, worked out all right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking bitchin' look.
Thank you, I like it.
Yeah, I think you're sort of beautiful.
Me too. Any other questions?
I'm so sorry that happened to you, Ashton.
Shit happens. Worse things have happened.
Well, you didn't deserve it, though.
No one deserves anything.
I swear, y'all, there were ghosts around here. I heard a ghost.
Are you all right? What is your business?
There were ghosts over here. We heard it's haunted.
Both of you make deception checks. Or you can make it with advantage because you help. Your
Ghost
choice.
hunters.
Come on. Not good.
16?
16 something? Goes. Yes, there are rumors. However, it is late. You should get back to your homes.
Oh, sure.
Have you seen anything?
Yeah.
I've heard voices whispering in the night. Fog. For many weeks.
Over here?
I've heard that 35 years before, there was a massacre within the Mirror Towers. And those spirits still remain chained to here, begging for release. Kind of like...
As he's like walking kind of ahead of his path.
Yeah.
I do silent image, and I make it look like a ghost face is like peering out of the wall and does like a haunted house reach.
Okay. This
I don't know
natural
which
one.
one ends, by the way, either. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so as this ghostly face pushes throughout the stone, you watch him just freeze in place.
I cast message.
Let me free.
He just runs. He just runs away from the wall, drops his spear, and just leaves the district. He is just out of sight. You kind of guiding them over, glance over, and suddenly that light is getting a lot closer. You all kind of carefully get down, and you watch as a figure kind of comes by, holding this small, like, iron rod that contains a cage at the top of it. And in this cage, there is a little spark of, like, faint reddish orange that just kind of, like, occasionally sputters and sparks like a torchlight, but it's just a magical source. You're kind of looking around. is now, did not see any of you, but is seemingly on alert.
I'm gonna mage hand far away from us, so I'm gonna use one of my sorcery points to double the distance. Okay. So 60 feet away from us. I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it as far as I can.
Easy enough to do, and the mage hand itself is...
Like, everything's invisible because it's telekinetic.
Right.
So.
Throws it. Puts a hand on the side, begins walking towards the sound. He's about 20 feet from you right now.
I want, like, just out of his periphery, to where he has to, like, turn. He sees a young flower girl.
Oh.
With...
That's nice.
No, that's fucking
A
awful.
white... with a white cloak, and she's barefoot. And her hair is in her face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Almost like...
Right.
Like Laudna. And
It's a lady of the
she's
lake,
holding
then.
a basket of flowers.
Oh, and she's drenched.
And she's drenched.
Like
And she looks up, and her eyes are hollow, and her jaw is missing, and it's just a black void as she reaches out.
Those creepy girls are the worst.
The guy turns with the torch and just stands there frozen.
And I make the image go, ah, and rush him.
Oh, God.
He passes out. he just fucking... Like, that was so much at once. And he rolled so low to try and look through that illusion that he just had an immediate, like, panic attack and he's down.
Go.
And you now get a glance at the figure as it spins. The face, eyebrowless, the eyes themselves, these dark green, full sclera eyes, almost alien in their elf-like points, in their size. No nose, and the mouth itself doesn't appear to have lips more than it's like a jack-o'-lantern jagged grin that curves up where the ears begin.
Oh, gee.
What?
I like it.
I love him.
Are you the one they call the Nightmare King?
As he laughs, a second tone joins it, and a third tone, an octave lower and an octave higher, that seems to kind of fill the space for a moment, and turns back over, and for a moment the eyes almost seem larger than they were before. The grin seems to stretch past the boundaries of the face. In some spaces. Before they draw back a bit.
Oh my goodness, it is a pleasure to meet you. I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity.
Well, I was peeping all pervy-like. I heard you talking about him having a gift that he needed to share. What gift would that be? And I'll take my my beanie off my head and unbutton my cloak.
All right, this is getting weird now.
Any other volunteers?
No, I think I'm the one you want to mess with, and I spin a wood chisel and I use it to unlatch my leather harness and take my shirt and my tools off, so now I'm all bare-chested and flexing.
This one seems to be game for a different kind of encounter. And there is a wave of warm arcane energy that just flashes outward. Your eyes brightly try and hold back the flash. You pull back your arms and hold it at bay. For some of you, it's familiar. This strange burst of bluish purple arcane energy. And then it subsides. One leg steps back over the tables, and he steps back behind it as you all begin to kind of shake your vision clear. And the two tables in front of him.
Oh.
Let's roll initiative.
He's going to hook around Chetney run up actually onto this machinery behind Imogen, and I'm going to use a superiority technique bait and switch. I'm going to Orym barrel rolls under Imogen's feet and then pushes her backward
For a
away
moment
from the
in time,
table.
I'm riding on his shoulders before I hop off.
Giddy up. So she doesn't take an attack of opportunity, and your armor class until the start of my next turn is up 7 points.
Whoa!
It's the first time I've rolled high on that maneuver. Every time I'm like, oh, 2.
Dang, my armor class, I will never have a higher armor class.
And I'm gonna action surge and try to cut the legs off this
Let's
table.
go,
Yeah, go for it.
brother!
Come on.
Get the fuck out of here with this turn.
I take my pants and I pull them down.
What?
So I just got my undies now. It's just me and all my glory, and I got my mallet and my wood chisel. And I walk over to the chair and say, "The wood shop's open." And I'll draw the wood chisel across my pec and make an attack.
Go for it. That's amazing.
Yeah. I look up at Ira, and I'll start to make my way around to the right.
Over here?
Yeah, keep going, keep going. Just opening it up so that if anybody wanted to flank on the other side, they could. And as I walk, I look up at him and I say, "Boy, I bet you think you're real scary. You think Gurge has a gift." Wait till you get a load of me. My shoulder pops out. My back cracks.
He's a tiny werewolf. He's a terrier.
Yes!
Wow. You see these claws start to crawl out of his fingers, and as they do, the blood drips out of them, and fire comes off of them, and he goes, "I lied," and swipes right into Ira.
Well, seeing Chetney turn into a wolf, I will turn to him and say, "Well, let's make this a party." And fur starts to crawl out of. No, I'm just kidding.
Mechanical.
I am Werebot 2000.
Oh my god. The flame vanishes and he kind of leans forward, down towards you, the head towards you, and you hear the sniffing sound again and goes, "You smell familiar. Like home. Like Calloway."
Oh shit!
He knows.
Interesting.
You are a very bad representation of where we come from, but okay.
Oh man.
I'm gonna look to you and be like, "Take a little break, my friend.
Oh.
I need you to go ahead and make a
Counterspell.
make a wisdom saving throw for me, please."
13.
13. Where fresh cut grass stands, suddenly his form
Oh!
Oh shit.
condenses down into a tiny little turtle.
Oh! Shit! You're a turtle, bitch! Shit! He's a yellow turtle! Oh, God!
I'll use this rat to signify you as a frightened little turtle. 'Cause I don't have a turtle on me right now.
Somebody step on his ass.
Change it back.
That's true.
In the other room. I didn't think it would come up again this turn. Do I? I don't have it on me.
It's early in the month. So.
It is. I prepared things that I thought you would turn into. But you're right there in that space. And after that goes, there we are. You take 11 points of piercing damage and 3 points of necrotic.
And just like that, as if you picked the perfect number from the air,
Oh no.
I'm out like a light, baby.
Our 2 healers are down.
Now it's Dorian's go.
Oh,
I need you to
that's
make
mean.
a death saving throw.
A death saving throw!
10 or above.
Come on.
10 or
What?
above.
Don't fail!
It's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Wait.
You get a hit point, you come back to consciousness. That's some luck.
That is awesome.
You're right. I only speak the truth.
So
I only speak the truth.
there's 11 points of damage.
Down.
Okay. He rolled really low, but
That was at 9.
okay, yeah, that'll do it. So with that strike, you just hear the yelp and pain as Orym crumples unconscious to the floor. So with that, Orym, make a death save.
Natural 20.
No fucking way!
Are you serious?
20! 20! That is insane!
Come on! Come the fuck
Take a
on!
picture of that shit. That is nuts!
Oh, that's karma. Let's go.
What's your heart
this.
rate, you son of a bitch?
Brings the clawed hands up and says, friends,
No.
this has been an absolute pleasure. And you see this dark green energy begin to billow and pulse. And angrily, you see bits of acid begin to spatter off the sides. And glances over towards you, Fearne. Lets it go.
What?
I hate to leave work unfinished, as I take much pride in what I do, but reaches back into the desk behind him and grabs what looks like a chest, a heavy chest under an arm. I've been paid half. Good times were had. And, I have other ventures to ponder. You're as resourceful as I would hope. Hopefully enough to survive. Winks at you with this dark, pupilless eye. Safe travels. Takes a bow, and then dimension doors. Out of the room, and is gone.
Yeah.
He spared you?
He spared us.
Are we
He spared us.
still?
Then it goes quiet.
Uh-oh. Run.
Yeah, there we go. There is a massive flash in this wave of blue, purple energy, and then silence. Pieces of rock and stone and pebbles begin to rain from above.
Yeah.
A heavy chunk, about 200, 300 pounds, just hits the ground next to you.
Now we run again.
Run!
You all just start running into the rainy night. I need.
Okay. This guy's
Dorian
Armageddon!
and Chetney to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Not a problem.
Ooh, not great.
Natural 20!
Nice.
Half of that, 10.
Ooh, and you're carrying FCG.
Yeah.
24.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, no.
You just manage to your lupine senses kick in, and you hear the sound coming before anybody else does, and you just dart out of the way as a heavy piece of rubble from the moon tower slams into the ground next to you, and you just duck out of the way, feeling the spray against your face as you continue forward. Dorian, you're not so lucky. A chunk ends up barreling and hits the ground behind you. You hear the sound. You have just enough time to go, and look over as it rolls and slams into you, sending you and the turtle forward. You both take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're back out, down again, aren't you?
I am back out like a light, but I've got a tiny turtle cradled in my arms as I'm unconscious.
And as you land on the ground, the turtle emerges back into fresh
So
cut
it's
grass.
1 point of damage to the turtle,
To the turtle,
and 9
9
points
to you.
to me? Okay.
The debris is now starting to lessen, but you can now see lights going on all throughout the district. People are starting to come out the doors to glance over in that direction. You can hear more shouts and more guards and wardens begin to charge from past the direction that you were heading towards, heading into where the towers were.
I might have been slightly subversive in my story to you originally. I'm sorry to have sold a story that sent you down a long and detailed river, only to have you buy in completely, then have the rug pulled out from under you.
How are rivers detailed, and why is there a rug in the river?
You've never had a rug in the river?
No.
Oh, you're missing out.
We could have gotten killed. That thing brought down an entire tower.
You're getting paid.
Are we?
Let's.
I spent
Maybe we
100
should just.
gold for you.
Maybe we should forgive and turn over a new leaf and start by being honest with each other.
Oh, sure. This is Gurge.
Well,
Hey.
He's a lichen. My name's Chetney Parkopi. I'm also a lichen.
I didn't know that. I mean, that works for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
but
great.
like, do you know each other?
No.
Briefly.
I mean, yeah, sort of. He's not a master craftsman, and he's not really going to help me find work. That was all horse shit.
Why did you want him so badly?
Well, he told you he sort of used to run with a group of hunters, and
It's a group called the Clariotas in Wildmount.
The Clariotas?
Clariotas. They are, best I can explain, a group of fringe society monster hunters.
Are you traveling with us at this point, or?
yeah. Well, I mean, now look, I'm sort of invested because your toys are in production. So, I mean, you could pay me for the services rendered up to this point, or I could continue to engage with you on a professional basis.
Well, how are you gonna do that if you don't have a chisel?
I don't need a chisel to make love out of wood.
Oh my god.
I have other tools, and I pull out a wood file, pull out a hook. There's a whole assortment of tools here. A chisel is just the most direct line to success.
Are you a new lichen?
Relatively.
Does it scare you to be this way?
I mean, a little, but it's pretty fucking great.
How did it happen to you?
Oh, well, when I was chased out of Uthodurn by the Glass Blades Guard, I messed up my employer something fierce. We had a disagreement, and I got chased down into the woods, and I was trying to trap some food and came across a creature, I thought, and it ended up biting me. And when I killed it, it turned back into a human. Anyway, some of these hunters that he's talking about, they found me, and they were gonna do it. But I was able to keep the change at bay. I had some control.
I mean this in the nicest way possible for me. The day you stepped into my life, it's been nothing but a tangle. So please step out of it. I'm gonna go back home. I'm fine on my own. But go and find Adjet Dial. Is it the Dial Hole in the Core Spire?
If we wanted to come visit you from time to time, though, we're welcome, but we're not welcome.
No,
All
you're
right.
not at all. I do appreciate you helping out and helping this man. And you know what? That's great. I hope you take this kind thing you've done and it helps absolve your soul of some past sin that some wayward deity might hold over you. Oh, that's what people do these days, I don't know. I'm gonna go back to eating squirrels.
Right, but do you not believe in reciprocity?
Sure. Name something you want from me.
Well,
I can think of something Fearne wants.
What you want? Tell me your price.
bite me.
What? No.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Give the girl what she wants.
I took an oath many years ago to not do this.
No, I know, but I mean, who's honestly keeping track? You know what I'm saying?
It's fine. I could turn into what you are, just like that.
Show me.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds to look through my cards. Well, I can do it. I'm just not going to do it right now because I also can't because I'm tired. And I realize I'm all tapped out.
Well then, enjoy your beauty sleep. I'm not familiar with this either, but Armand, fancy you say?
Yeah, blues and golds. I don't know if that's like a
Fancy pants.
shiny pants.
That would be Armand Treshi.
Oh, shit.
Just give him my name, so they know when I get there.
If we remember it, we will.
You remember my name?
Sure. Chewy?
Chortney.
Oh no.
Chad.
Chad.
I could rock Chad.
And you see a female elf that is eager to kind of make a sail, and while everyone else is in the process of looking about, you have that kind of look of intensity and purpose, and leans out and goes, "Oh, hi there. You look like you're, driven sort?
I am.
What you looking for? What can I help you with?"
I love working with wood. Do you have any wood chisels?
I think we just might. Let me check. Turns around. We have everything. Goes past a curtain in the back, and you hear like some.
Yeah, I know.
A couple things tumble over, and you hear like shit. Aha! Pulls out a bound, kind of rolled leather assortment, and rolls it out, and there is a full spectrum of various carpentry tools in here. Now, any of these seem to fly your fancy?
Yeah. That long one right in the middle, what's the handle made of?
It is made of the finest wood.
I just need the one. How much for just this one?
This is imported. This is a fine tool. Found its way after many years from craftsman to craftsman. It is responsible for the development of many of the Mahan house.
How much for the set?
Full set? Full set? I'll give it to you for because you seem like a driven fella. About 10 gold.
Oh God.
10 gold?
Yeah.
About 7.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
18?
For like a $5 tool set.
7 gold, 5 silver, and we'll call it even. Eager fingers, little friend.
Deal.
All right. Rolls it up, hands it over to you. Go to mark off 7.5 gold.
I didn't catch your name.
My name is Tuyen Otwana, and I run this establishment. Welcome, and thank you for being a patron of the Prism Emporium.
Oh no, Tua. Thank you. And I'll turn and leave. I'll cover it.
We have
some.
With what?
Esterosh is...
No, I know, but I have to earn back some of your trust.
Oh, you'll earn it. You don't have to buy it.
No, it's really, it's no trouble.
Actually, really would much prefer you actually earned it by doing shit. I don't want your money.
I would really rather pay for it.
Saw the train coming, and I just got off the track there.
Can I have, in that time, found someone to give me some oil in my joints and maybe some buffing and waxing?
Oh, as an odd request that many of them have never had, and some of the employees are ecstatic at the idea of an automaton that's speaks of its own, let alone one that wants to be pampered. Something that's never happened here. So, while everyone else had a good experience, you were royally treated. Out of curiosity, likely more than anything, but definitely were given a lot of attention around.
I think then the Orym, after an hour or two of bathing and oiling up and all that, it's totally different than home, but also very similar because it's high up and it's out in the open and it's a beautiful view. He would probably take his sword and start moving through the movements of the Zephyr Atom in full view of the city, just quietly for a half hour, slow movement.
Dick out.
Dick out. that's how you do it.
I would like a flea bath and tick removal.
I will get Jaria to help you, who usually handle... Yes, no worries. And Jaria arrives as this gorgeous, older tiefling woman whose horns have been kind of clipped and then capped with these kind of rounded gold tips. And she has this, like, soft, translucent veil across the face. And she kind of gives a look at you as, oh, I usually handle the patrons' pets. So you are a grand experience for me as well. Let me take care of you.
Oh, excellent.
And indeed, puts you through all the pampered paces of many pets here.
Do you get a bandana?
Lovely.
I hope so.
You are fluffed.
Do I get a holiday bandana?
Yep.
Like St. Patrick's Day or something?
It says on it, like, the Diamond Horizon. It's embroidered nicely, and you like you look well kept with your curls and your robust hair, but when you all see Fearne arrive, you are just a halo of fluff.
Laudna doesn't stay in the hot tubs too long because her skin starts kind of like flaking off, the longer she's in. So she's, Dorian. Look, it's loosened up my joints enough to where I could just pop my shoulder out of something. Did you hear that?
What's that floating? What is that floating on the water?
Oh, it's a fingernail.
Oh, God. Sorry, cleaning stuff.
Oh, did you put it in your mouth?
Tasted it.
I'm just in the bath, far in the distance, just laughing.
Chetney, what do you think of this whole experience? I'm gonna bob away slowly from the floating flesh monster.
This is a fucking sweet life. I'm letting it all hang out.
Did you get your massage yet?
Massage?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, the whole space is open to it. You must partake of everything. Let's go find someone. 2 massages? Looking for anyone who might be willing to...
Quick enough to find. You are brought into a nice soft chamber where you can see there is a violinist who sits there just quietly playing.
Yeah. Don't worry. My friend will take we'll go here and here. Do you like it hard or soft?
Oh, God. Hard.
Yeah?
I think.
Me too. 2 very, like almost Rolfing. Just mess us up.
Rolfing!
Two delightfully dense-looking masseuses approach, kind of crack their fingers.
What are we fighting them? Or?
Oil up.
No. You just let them go to town. Let it all go. And I will tell you this, if they get too deep into your muscles, you might start to feel some emotions. If you start to cry, if you start to, it hurts so good, just let it out. I won't judge you, I promise.
Orym passes behind them outside a window naked, just slowly.
As the mood shifts in this room, the musician sets down the violin and pulls out a shawm and starts playing. And it is intense. Do you embrace it or do you fight it?
Face down.
Yes, let it out, Chetney. Let it all out.
Just gonna reach over and just give him a little pat on the shoulder.
Does his back leg go?
That was the single greatest thing. I had memories surface. I haven't thought about it in years. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's so tender.
Onto the steam room!
And you see before you a male dwarf, probably in his middle 50s or so. He is, even in his reclined position, a broad wall of dark muscle, a smooth, bald head, sculpted goatee that comes to a braided point that rests down to about where his sternum is. Rich black skin, handsome, rugged. He carries a confidence and calm that exudes, even while recovering with what you see now are bandages in his somewhat bed-bound state. He sits up a bit and kind of adjusts his pillow.
So, what can I do for these unfamiliar arrivals?
I take a step forward. Oshad Breshio.
That is me.
My name is Orym, of the Arashari. And Jarrett Howarth tells me you and I have faced a very similar enemy.
You are friends of Jarrett's then?
More of an associate for me, although I have met him. I for years served under the voice of the Tempest in Zephyra, and her dear friends in Whitestone have heard from Jarrett. What happened to you? I wanted to hear your story.
Of course.
He smiles, the bright smile of well-kept teeth.
I met Jarrett a long time ago. We were looking to make our fortunes in this world, and we began as ragtag sellswords, in a way, before he moved on to hopefully better fortunes off in Dalore. To cut to the chase, based on what you are putting forward in your reasoning, I was hired many years ago by this family to keep them safe. And I have for some time. Only until recently failed. I carry that with me, and will probably till the end of my days. The Lumas twins of this Mahan house. They were named Balan and Zayar, the twins. They were more scholars than the Star Point. Their focus is on planar contact, celestial bodies and stars. More of a hobbyist obsession, also with the crystal fauna that occasionally grows deep in the Heartmoor. We were attacked while visiting the Heartmoor deep in the wilds. Along with some of our compatriots, we were gathering and meeting a family friend at the hamlet there called Estani. Estani is a retired astronomist from the city of Ios, within the realm of Shenanigans. There were 3 attackers, all dressed in black stained leather armor, wearing dark gray clothing, dark cloth masks over their heads showing no recognizable features. Similar in build, I could not tell the gender of the attackers, but they were all extremely skilled and incredibly fast. Their weapons were envenomed, and sadly my capabilities were overwhelmed before I could protect the twins. I myself nearly fell to the toxin, and I am mostly recovered, but I could not stop them before the twins fell to their blades. When I cut through their killer, their bodies I watched immediately melting before me. Like I'd cut a net filled with fish. The armor and clothes emptied into a puddle of dark gray and black liquid, a sludge. I had never seen anything like it before.
We saw the same. I saw the same.
I told Jared this when he came to visit, hearing of my attack.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping to find answers today, but things are rarely that simple.
What that's you're looking for?
Answers. Justice.
Me too. And once I'm off of this cot, I'm going to look for them as well.
No one wants to be transparent about secret dealings, but it feels like that's got to be the connective tissue here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything else about the attack that happened on your people and why? And what they were after?
I mean, there's only conjecture. The voice of the Tempest has floated the idea that it was some sort of trial run, maybe. But then years went by. 6. They dropped out of a tree in the center of where I grew up and made an attempt on her life. They didn't get very close before several of ours were dead, and she tripled in size and turned to stone and flattened the last of them, and the remains melted away.
And nobody had ever tried to attack her before?
Not like that. Nothing concerted, not an attempt on her life, not in my presence. Not that I was with her all the time.
So you came here because there are more of your people here who had similar experience?
No, sorry. So, this attack happened in Zephyra 6 years ago. I left Zephyra soon after that, started to travel a bit, and it was only recently that a man named Jarrett Howarth was in Whitestone in Taldora and heard from the Lord and Lady of Whitestone. Sorry, that Jarrett was back from here and told his story to the Lord and Lady of Whitestone, and then it got back to us. The leaders in Zephyra and Whitestone are quite close.
And your voice of the Tempest, did she send you to leave Zephyra to find out more?
She did. I brought Fearne and Dorian back with me. We
got to meet the voice of the Tempest.
Does she go by, like, the voice? Is that what you call her?
I think... well, her name is Keyleth. She is the voice of the Tempest.
Oh, I see.
She sounds unfathomably awesome.
I don't know. She said that she, like, tripled in size and beat these guys up. She sounds kind of violent.
So amazing.
I mean, but that's powerful, very powerful.
Very animatable.
And attractive.
Funny sometimes, too.
You know what? I'm always so full of... Why don't you give it a try? It's your idea.
I've never been to a ball.
That's all right. You exude theatricality. So yes, tap into your inner performer and give it your all.
Everyone bend a knee.
Wait, hold. No, it's good. Just a few notes, a little. Can you smile? Can you smile? Yes. And you're very excited that you're introducing them. Very excited. And it's a happy occasion. You can stop pulling your hair. You can stop pulling your hair. One more time. Here we go. Introduce him to the crowd of beautiful, shining people.
Beautiful, shining people! Please welcome the new nobodies. I did it with a smile.
Very good, very good.
The conservatory grounds are yours.
With my fellow
They
scholar.
are yours. Not your companions.
Oh.
Like she owns them now?
No. What? Who are you?
You just said they're hers, so I.
You are
just
welcome to
worried.
use the facilities as if you were a student, yes.
Thank you.
The rest of you must wait.
Well, they'll be hers soon, so we'll see you later, Cynthia.
She kind of huffs a bit and straightens her shirt.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I just thought she was a bit rude.
A little bit
Is she?
A little comfy.
Little. This place is exciting.
You worked so hard for this. Take all the time you need. Do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what's going on?
I mean, I'm gonna try to look up. You know, I don't even know exactly what I'm. But weren't you? You wanted to look for things too, and we didn't get you.
We'll cross that bridge. Is she still here?
I mean, you guys have stepped away from her at the moment, I'll say.
Maybe if you prove yourself a good student, responsible, maybe
This has been returned to you.
the rest of us can come in next time.
Sure.
All right.
You can do this. You can accomplish anything if you believe in yourself or if you have wealthy parents.
Thank you, letters.
I think that is true, actually.
Now, dreams of red storms are a sparse study, but one that does exist. A copy of a study, spearheaded by Professor Khadija Sumal, is found, where there is a theorized pattern of individuals across Exandria sharing an occasionally reoccurring dream, where a roiling storm of red chases and consumes. A list of names seems to accompany the study, marked as contributors or subjects. Among the names, one stands out to you. Liliana Temult, your mother. There also appears to be more pages to this study, but they have been torn from the binding. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. A short time later, the scribe returns, looking over a small, looks like a leather-bound notation book. Kind of goes through. Oh dear. The last individuals to have checked this book out were the late Lumas twins.
The who, the what?
The Lumas twins.
I apologize. I wish I could be of more help, but
Thank you very much. I'm sure I'll be around more. What was your name again?
oh, Tiran.
Tiran. I really appreciate everything.
Of course. It's my pleasure to have something to do this late at night, beyond just read my research, so
I'll have a wonderful evening and
You as well.
good morning.
that as well. I'll escort you off.
Thank you.
I found some coins in the fountain.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. You know, people make wishes on those.
Well, how do you think they come true?
That's wonderful, Fearne.
I don't know how they come true.
Just in preparation for this ball, I don't want to stick out or anything. So I was thinking, I briefly spent time as a turtle. and it was interesting because I was breathing, which was new.
I was gonna ask.
And it felt really cool. But also it felt weird because I had feet. And it was really interesting to sort of propel myself around that way. I was wondering, maybe, I don't know how, I don't want to stick out. So I was thinking if we were to get some garments, maybe I could get pants. Could you make wooden feet for me? They could sort of go on the bottom of the pants so it looks like I have
hang out
legs.
on either side of your wheel?
Yeah, there would be a wheel in the middle and then like two legs on the side.
No,
Maybe they
this-
wouldn't notice the wheel if they saw some like.
This sparks brilliance.
Oh, what about your face?
What about it?
Wow.
I mean that.
Inside check.
Oh my goodness.
Are you trying to not look like what you are?
Well, I just don't want to make the event uncomfortable for all of you. So, if you think that I should.
She would never make any of us uncomfortable.
Well, no, I don't want to attract too much attention. Also, aren't we supposed to be there to be gathering information surreptitiously? Like, I don't want to make a big.
Fascinating and interesting. There's nothing
People
like,
kinda
if
wanna
anything,
talk to
you
you.
are a positive.
I think we should move forward with the feet idea, just
feet
because
are-
I want to see that,
Sure.
but not
Some feet.
because you're perfect, just the way you
I
are.
understand.
Don't need
Do it for
feet.
you.
You all accept me. I get it.
I love to sing.
Don't do it for us, do it for you.
Okay.
We're
yes.
all going to draw attention, regardless.
Yeah, and I mean, worst comes to worst, Imogen's got, student access now. If we could just find the cadaver department and borrow a face for a night, it'd be no big deal.
Oh.
Could you rig something up like that with your tools? Like.
I mean, I'd just get some simple stitching, give you a smile.
Which one of you is the master of this entity?
They're all.
No.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Kind of leans in.
Yes.
Is this just a singular outfit for your automaton? And do you know if there are others seeking as such? If this is something that is going to be happening, I would like to be on the ground floor of it.
Oh, as a customer, probably a loyal customer, I'm pretty sure that's something that you should get ahead of. Yeah.
Tell you what, if you would mind spending some time here for us to get an arrangement of various measurements, as well as some sketches from some of my associates for our own...
Oh, you also have associates? What's your designation?
I'm sorry, I do not understand your compatriot.
Oh. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, keep going.
That is all right. But yes, if you would mind staying for a bit, I would like to study you as an entity for which to make for.
So,
Imogen, can you talk to Chetney? Is he outside?
You want me to leave?
No. Oh, well, okay, with your.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What would you like me to say?
Well, ask him if
I'm
FCG's
just
legs
gonna-
are done.
You can tell me in my. Okay.
What?
No,
Oh,
you can just
we've
tell me
never,
in
we've
my-
never. It feels. Should I? May I?
it's seamless.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, I walk outside. Done with those legs yet, old man?
I mean, the general shape is there. I'd left, room for detail.
No one cares. Grab him.
Anything, Dorian?
I'm amazed. This place is wonderful. I have a question. Maybe have you been knocking it out of the park? It's a ship. You don't happen to have, this is purely aesthetic, pearls by any chance?
Okay, I thought you were asking if it sails. I'd be like, no.
No.
No,
Just
very long time.
Like a string of pearls or two, or just
I have pearls. They're not like a necklace, if that's what you're asking about. But
I could probably. Yes. Do you have any?
I think I have like 4.
4.
Yeah.
4.
4. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's fine. I'm okay. Thank you.
You don't need them.
No, I don't need them.
What do you need pearls for?
Is there a specific number, like 23
Just
pearls
the
that you're
look.
serving?
No,
Dorian,
it could be costume.
lost her father.
We had moved past that FCG.
Just a quick question before we go.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have cork, incense, fine copper wire, diamonds worth 300 gold pieces, a clay ziggurat model, or a jeweled horn or a glass eye?
Her father died, FCG. Her father died.
All right. Dolls, doll clothing. I'm looking for doll clothing.
You got dolls? You got doll clothing? Yeah. What do you need it for?
What?
Why do you need doll clothing for?
I need a tuxedo for a doll.
But what?
You're brilliant.
For a tiny doll.
For a tiny doll.
Yes.
Let me check.
Impress me.
Kind of gives you his look.
Oh, we got the look.
And lifts up from behind this ghastly fucking doll that probably was part of the ship that was shipwrecked here. You can see this porcelain has heavy, this face is a heavy crack through the face there. The outfit that there is this like formal dark attire. It's like the small boy, but the outfit itself has all manner of green crusted on the side from mold and mildew that is kind of assembled at the edges of the material. Where one hand is just off and you just used exposed wire just kind of sticking in this massive, awful display. One of the eyes is stuck downward and the other one kind of opens and looks off to the side a bit. Sets it down. It's pretty cool, huh?
How much?
Let's go, Stephen King.
I like the fact that you're a man who knows what he's looking for. Give you a discount. 3 gold.
8 for the whole, 8 for everything then?
With my stuff too.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect. Is it perfect, Laudna?
Never seen anything more perfect in my life.
It's perfect. 8 gold.
Got it. All right.
Saying
Bale wanted us to be the sorceress swords. Bale's sorceress swords, but
Boy, I really like
wasn't
the
that
sound of
right.
that. It's got nice alliteration.
I don't.
You want something succinct.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hell, I don't know.
Loomis twins.
something like that. Bale's Lumas twins. Yeah.
Twin bells. That sounds like a pub. Fuck.
Why don't y'all go to investigate your papers, and we'll do some thinking over the next couple days, and it'll just come to us.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go have to get our.
I tried the focus group. That didn't work either. I asked everyone.
attention.
No one cared.
Yeah, they said you asked people, and they were like, trouble and.
Yes.
And sweet,
Oh, I thought you were suggesting the focus group is the name for the
sweet
group.
trouble.
Not bad. Yeah.
The focus group.
We are the focus.
Because we can't focus.
The FG.
He's got a comment and it's just focus group.
I like it.
You know what? I wonder if we can do like a thing.
What's that?
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts
Oh, that's weird.
on FCG.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And just open yourself up to it, all right? Don't try to fight me on this.
I won't.
All right, I'm gonna put my hands, both hands on the side of his face. I want you to think, if this isn't too traumatizing for you, if this is too hard, you don't have to do it.
No, it's fine.
Think about the moment.
Okay. It was early morning when I woke up, or was roused, I suppose, because I don't think my stasis was over yet. But I sort of came to, and I saw a lot of blood and some of my friends fallen, and I saw a dancer, you know, her last few breaths, and she sort of looked at the creature that was, you know, upon her, I guess, and then it turned at me suddenly, and I just remember being so scared, and it looked at me with that one eye, and then it was just gone.
While he's telling this whole story, I'm gonna try to dive deeper and deeper into his brain and see if I can pick up any like visual cues to maybe see it more clearly than what he can remember.
Okay. Focusing on the vision that's present, the words that are spoken are clearer than the image you get. There is I want to say a boundary of emotion, but there is definitely a type of trauma or scar within this somewhat humanoid but also alien mind that, while he is able to acknowledge these experiences verbally, it's like the memory's not letting you in.
Does it feel different than other people that I try to detect thoughts on?
Only in the sense that FCG is not a typical human. It's the blockade isn't like a second force trying to push you out, but anybody who has undergone some sort of a trauma that they're not quite ready to face, there is an instinctual protective resistance to it. And it's more akin to that.
Get one.
Maybe together we can look for. I want to find out information about the Briarwoods in Whitestone. Any information I can find out about them.
Roll an investigation check.
With
With advantage because of the spell.
Come on, you piece of
Probably just need more dice.
8.
8.
I'm sorry, Laudna.
Gotta cross it.
It's okay.
It's all right.
You find historical records which are, available. They speak of Silas and Delilah Briarwood, two nobles within the realm of Wildmount that were, some accounts say exiled, others say that they were hunted beyond its borders.
Angry. I just snapped my
I can tell. But then were known to abscond to Taldore, where they raised a bloody incursion in the city of Whitestone, wiping out the majority of the Derolo family and then taking over. There they held, in secret, power in court over the township for the period of about 5 years before they were ousted and thought to be destroyed by the heroes known as Vox Machina.
Are there pictures of them in the book? And are they sexy?
No, there are not pictures because you rolled too low to find the sexy photos.
Sexy
A
picture.
15 at least to find the sexy photos. I'm just saying. Yes.
Legends of Vox Machina, the swimsuit issue.
But yeah, and you find footnotes that apparently speak of involvement, like post-mortem involvement during the incursion of the Whispered One. Also involving Vox Machina, but there has been no recorded account of that. Right here. And that's it.
One of these nights before the ball, at night in bed in the sort of Wonka-esque pile that Dorian, Orym, and Fearne sleep in one bed together. At 1 in the morning, Orym just kind of shifts and says, Fearne. Are you awake? Wake up. Dorian.
I'm in the middle. I can hear you.
Okay, good. I wanna have a powwow, a chat. Yeah, well, no, yeah, I'm good. I'm tired too. That Ira character. Knew your last name.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Is that a problem?
I don't think so.
Probably fine.
Okay. He knew your last name. Are you well known? Is your family well known? Over there?
Well,
out there? In there?
Yes. We're we're basically royalty there.
Excuse me? I've never done this. Insight check?
Yeah, roll an insight
Okay.
Do I believe her?
Yeah, do I believe her? 6.
She's hard to read.
How worried do you think we should be about him?
That's a great question. Because it's non-specific.
I mean, my gut reaction is to not be worried at all. So, I don't know.
I want to be Fearne when I grow up.
Not a suspicious insight check, but just what the fuck is going on insight check. 16.
Be a little worried. Just a little bit. I mean, I really don't know much about him. I just know I've heard stories, but they're all from my grandmother, so it's possible they could have dated, you know, and then she just talked shit about him. It was just like, bah, he's a nightmare, you know?
You got an ex-boyfriend vibe from him? Is that what you're trying to say?
She's dated, you know, all types, so it wouldn't surprise me.
He was pretty cute.
He was pretty cute. He had, you know.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to sleep.
Imogen just said he was cute.
Weirdest fucking group.
I mean, listen, he really should get his teeth fixed and.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about?
All right.
Okay.
And I sort of mush the side of Fearne's furry leg as my pillow, and my legs go over Dorian's legs, and I make my little hammock that I usually do.
I gotta pee.
In their room.
Laudna.
Oh God!
You watch.
Oh God!
You wake up as Imogen is shifting in her sleep. You.
I wake up first.
Yeah, you wake up first and see
Alright.
her shifting.
I am not gonna wake her up. I'm gonna just immediately I'm gonna start scribbling anything she says though. Keep going.
And the storm returns. You glance back in the storm and you see the shadow of 2 people holding hands. Young. You can't make out their distinct shapes, but they just stand there, their silhouettes consumed by the storm as they vanish into the chaotic mass.
Are they the twins?
Is what you hear from her voice.
I just write down twins.
And I take off running as
Yeah.
fast as I can.
Her voice still echoing in your ears, fading as the sound gets louder and louder and louder and louder. You wake up.
Imogen. Just grab me by the hand. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to wake you up because I wanted to. Maybe there are answers. The twins, they passed some time ago.
Yeah.
It's not like with Bertrand.
No. I've never seen anything like that before. Bertrand was the first. Do I have to see dead people now?
He doesn't. Yeah. Dead, yes, but it feels like there must be another connecting factor.
What is this storm? What's a red storm about? Have you ever seen one?
No, can't say that I have. I just kind of start brushing her hair and giving her a little bit of like a scalp massage. Your mother. Perhaps trying to find more information on her may answer some questions.
I wouldn't know anything about her.
Your father.
He's so far away.
It seems like a lot of things are right now. Doesn't mean we shouldn't pursue it.
Yeah. I found out the Briarwoods are from Wildmount.
Really? Interesting.
I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but...
When you were talking about, from your research, different how powers come to be. Bloodline being one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like we should just keep going back in time.
Start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna figure this out. I promise. Or at least I try.
I'm so glad I found you.
Me too. I don't know what I would do without you.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
These witches be bitches.
Well, actually, I don't make any masks. You just see me in a pile of wood chips, shavings everywhere, working vigorously. And I say, ha! Finally, I'm done. You see, custom orders, they get priority. I want to thank you for guiding me through that whole wardrobe process. That was a nightmare. I don't know how you do it. Anyway, as requested, here's your airship.
Oh my god!
All wood. No outside materials. Made by hand. Just for you.
It's amazing. It's so light. What is this, balsa wood?
Leave a little mystery in there. It's the SS Bronte.
All right. The SS Bronte. You've even carved it in the side.
It's right there.
This is, without a doubt, one of the top 5 gifts I've ever gotten. It's fantastic.
That sounds like a disappointing life, but okay. Oh, we're square, right? Square. All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to steal it.
I'm gonna make it easy for you to disappoint me.
Immediately. Just on the table in front of all of us.
14.
Make a perception check.
Can we all make
Yeah.
a perception check since she's doing it? She's just reaching across the table.
This is for display. I put it in my pocket for sure.
Oh.
All right.
My passive is 20.
Oh boy. 5.
So you, in the moment of like connecting with this delightful new friend you've made, do not notice this just vanish from the table in front of you. The rest of you all see it. Like, it is the most overt, like, just reach over and grab you've ever
Did you
witnessed.
cast some kind of invisibility spell on it? That's so neat, Chet.
I'm just holding it. Wow. It really is so well done.
You can play for it for 10 minutes, Fearne. 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then you have to give it back.
I put a bowl of water in front of me, and I put it in the bowl of water.
Nice.
It's an airship.
Oops. And I keep some string. I tie some string around it, throw it over the. Whoa!
Jumping on us now.
FCG, I was wondering, I was working real hard on that one, and I kind of caught myself a few times. Could you fix my fingers, please?
Heal them? Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I will bless them with eternal life. No, I'll
Eternal!
Use your fingers. They will last way longer than you will.
I'll just be a rotting corpse.
FCG, his middle name is Christ.
Now that that's out of the way, I will start carving a very delicate wood wolf mask that will go just over my eyes.
Okay, cool. Awesome, I dig it.
Ooh,
So he's working on that.
wood?
Dorian, what do you craft for your
Oh,
mask?
mine is made out of fabric, and I've muddled a sticky paste together and molded the fabric and hardened it to make it look like it's fabric blowing in the wind.
Ooh.
Fabric.
Don't judge me.
I love it. Laudna, what'd you make?
Yeah, I take the trash and some of my scrap leather that I have.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of mold the leather and take some of the, I gather all the hair that was in the trash pile.
Yeah.
And I kind of glue it and I make a fox-like mask that kind of matches my fucked up fox's face on my dress.
No cadaver skin, right? So I'll just.
Sorry, Bo. Not this time.
Not at that level of effort.
I'll Clark Kent it. I'll just have like some big glasses.
Okay, great. No one will notice. Perfect.
I'm gonna make something that is kind of looks like a craft piece, that like a 5-year-old would make for Thanksgiving or at church, where it's like you see the white glue, you see the feathers are all askew. It doesn't look great.
Nice.
Macaroni.
Well done.
Yeah, macaroni.
Perfect. Imogen.
I'm going to use leather and just kind of make a nice little eye one out of like a cream colored leather, and I'm going to get some of the glass beads that I can find, anything like shimmery that it creates like an iridescent sort of vibe glued all over it. Something electric. And if I can find some beads, I would love to create a little extra piece that comes around the head and comes down over the hair as well.
Okay. We got beads. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me, if you don't mind.
Guidance.
Burn this mask.
Come on!
I see it from here.
It's rough. That's a cocked pyramid.
Fuck this.
Can we, since we have a big team, can we give her some assist?
She is grace.
Fuck crap
After a
day.
few.
Fuck crap day. 8.
You're fine. Look, these are simple crafts. There's no threat to any of these.
Thank you, Matt.
I go sit down by Chetney, and I grab one of his discarded chunks of wood from what he was making, and I set it down. And I go into my bag, and I take out my simple set of carpentry tools. And I start to carve a little wooden mask.
Oh my God.
With, it's nothing. It's super elaborate, but it's okay, and it's got like a cherry blossom design to it, both the shape of it and then etched into the surface of it as well.
I just start singing, "You've got the touch! You've got the power!"
I'm no artist, but my mom taught me a couple of things.
I have a whole new level of respect for you. We have to talk.
I took some scrap leather and some scrap cloth and kind of just mushed all this together with some glue, oiled up, pressed it to my face to just kind of get a rough fucking shape. I've also slightly modded the outfit because I'm not showing any fucking skin. Gloves, boots, whole thing, as much as I can. I'm making a big I'm grabbing it and wrapping it and tying it behind my head so it covers everything but the purple crystals on my head. Okay. Everything hidden. Slicing it open, opening up the eyes, and then just using some red thread to tie the mouth together a little bit.
Yeah.
And I should, if I did it right, look like the Nightmare King.
Roll a dexterity check for me. So masks
And then
are
real
assembled?
quick, I bust the doll
Okay.
and put Pate in the tiny doll clothes.
Good call.
You should keep the doll head though, because it's useful.
Use the whole doll. You don't want to waste it.
Could use
Something. That's great.
Any questions before we begin for tomorrow night's proceedings?
Do we need to bring like a plate of food?
Potluck.
I have a serious question. Would we be searched for weapons? Like when we get patted down, or
Do you think he's okay? Do you think this is a good idea? Putting Dorian up for this?
I think he's the best person for the job. He is a noble.
I agree. I just don't want to,
Cause undue trauma.
Then don't look at anybody.
So the mask that I've pulled is super stern looking, nothing whimsical about it, but it's like got a sort of a regal look to it. And as I look through the clothes, I find something in the same sort of color pattern blue that I have, but same thing, sharp shoulders, quick lines, nothing, no flair. It's very almost militaristic, but severe, but elegant. That's a whole suit jacket thing, and I'm gonna grab that. And as I do put those sort of things away, I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the outfit that I had, which was this chiffon outfit that I had previously gotten a long time ago. And look at it for a minute, and then I'll pull out the sort of mache mask that I had, and I'll crumble them both up and throw them in the bottom of the bureau and leave them behind and go back down to the group.
Okay.
Should we have a group name for this?
Are we going to be announced as ourselves, though?
No.
In two groups.
We need a fake name.
Do we need 2 separate names?
Well, I assume one will be with Estros.
Lord Estros and his friends.
We truly could use this as our focus group. One
That's
name
true.
is the second choice, next name first choice. Announce them both and see what gets the bigger
Yeah,
applause.
the focus group's really delicate, and the second group goes and raises hell.
Yeah.
2 names then. Let's come up with 2 instead of 1. Much easier.
Focus groups.
Raises hell.
Raises hell.
Fails hells.
Bells Hells.
Bells Hells is
pretty
pretty
good.
damn good.
It's pretty good.
Bells?
Yeah, the bells.
after-
the bells of the ball. Bells hells.
Bells Hells.
Yeah.
And what was the one we bailed on a little bit?
Focus group. Oh, no, nobody.
Nobody.
I'll,
Is that out?
I'll honestly say it's entirely possible somebody in that room might actually have had.
Then that's
We did used to rob people in this town.
The grab bags? The grab bag hags?
The Nighty Mine.
The Mighty Nine?
Nighty Mine.
The Nighty Mine. The Mighty Mimes.
B&E.
the B&E.
You know what?
There was another good one.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We don't even know if we need a.
Yeah.
We don't
On a
even know if
text
we need
message.
a group name.
You got time to think on that.
Okay, it's done.
We say every single.
Indeed.
Fresh cut in the Pussycats.
Lord Ashros and the Dave Matthews Band.
No.
Hate this.
Dave Matthews Band and Adam Sandler.
Oh my God.